Good morning, everyone. My name is Dao Kan Siam, and today I'm going to be summarizing chapter 19. In section 19.1, it talks and defines about persuasion. A persuasion is the attempt to change or reinforce the attitudes, beliefs, values, or behaviors of others. It also distinguishes the differences among attitudes, beliefs, and values, where an attitude is a mental set to respond to or evaluate stimuli positively or negatively. A belief is that which determines whether you accept something as probable or improbable, meaning true or false. A value is an enduring and deeply ingrained indicator of what we feel to be good or bad or right or wrong. In section 19.2, it talks about the goals and purposes of persuasive speech, where you should identify your persuasive goal, particularly the change you seek in receivers. Among the goals persuasive speakers seek in receivers are for them to adopt a new way of thinking or behaving, sustain or reinforce a way of thinking or behaving, discontinue a way of thinking or behaving, or avoid a particular way of thinking or behaving. In section 19.4, it characterizes and organizes the persuasive, meaning you should compare and contrast many types of persuasive speeches, such as a question of fact, a question of value, and a question of policy. When speaking on a proposition of fact, you argue that something is or is not true. A proposition of value speech focuses on the worth of a given statement, and in a proposition of policy speech, you argue for what you believe should be done to solve an existing problem. And in section 19.4, it talks and defines what a Monroe's motivated sequence is, where a Monroe's motivated sequence contains five key phrases designed to move listeners towards and accepting and acting on a proposition of policy, which are attention, need, satisfaction, visualization, and action. The Monroe's motivated sequence is another organizational framework that speakers on propositions of policy find particularly effective in motivating receivers to act. In phase one, which is attention, at the speech's outset, you must arouse the interest of your audience. In phase two, which is need, you must show your receivers that there is a problem with like today's society by stating the need and illustrating with supporting materials and by relating it to their interests and desires. In phase three, which is satisfaction, after you show your audience that there is a need, you must satisfy their desire for a solution, where you must present your plan and explain it fully and help them understand that elevating the problem will also satisfy their interests and desires. In phase four, which is visualization, you must show receivers how your proposal will both benefit them and improve the situation. You can also ask receivers to visualize what the world will be like if they, for example, fail to act, which can also be effective. In phase five, which is action, you tell the audience members specifically what you would like them to do and just conclude with an appeal that reinforces their commitment. So, for example, let's say your topic was to promote multiculturalism. For phase one of attention, you can state what it is so that you can get the audience's interest. For phase two, you can state why people need to do it so students can feel safe in order to get the need. For phase three, you can elevate racial, ethnic, and religious tensions by explaining your plan in order to gain their satisfaction. For phase four, you can have them visualize by saying things like, imagine if differences were not grounds for hatred but grounds for respect, in order to fulfill the imagination and see what's going to happen. And for phase five, you can call for action by saying stuff like, if we all support these changes, we can build a better balanced school curriculum. And then after that, you can conclude with an appeal by stating like, I urge you to help rid of our schools of ethnocentrism, which can also reinforce their commitment. So the Monroe's motivated sequence allows a speaker to anticipate the questions and concerns audience members want addressed as they listen to a speech. And that's it for today's chapter 19 summary. I hope you guys enjoy and have a nice day.